Hi everyone, this is Lai Yueying. Today I will be walking you through my website about American Psycho the musical. First, I will show you all the features in the website, then I will be talking about some challenging and interesting parts of my code, so stay tuned. First, let's look at the navigation bar. It has a logo on this top left. It's linked to the homepage. When you click on it, you will be back to the homepage. And the primary menu on the right-hand side contains all the 5 pages for the website. And to add some accessibility, I used the dark red to highlight the user's current page so the user can easily know where they are right now. The navigation bar will transition into a hamburger menu. And when click on this icon, the menu will expand with a slide-in animation. When scroll down, the navigation bar is sticky on top, so it's always accessible. A back to top button will place on every page enable the quick returns to the top. I got some transitions for decorations, and then 2 call to action buttons that linked to 2 different pages of the website. For the review section, I only show a concise preview to reduce the user's cognitive loads. When the user hover, the full version will flip over and show up. And this part is responsive too. On this page, I have a transparent background image that adds some text to this page. And I have a timeline showing how American Psycho evolved from a novel to a musical. And then here is a large table for awards. At last, here are 3 collapsible modules. Users can click on the Read More button to see more in-depth content. Then move on to the next page, Cast and Creative. To introduce the cast members, I use 3 accordions. The first one is checked by default, so the user get to know what are these accordions for when they enter this page. You can close it, open another one, or not closing it and open another one. Inside each accordion, user can see a gallery of photos, and more information of this character will show up when user hover on it. Following the accordions, here is another table with hovering effects. Now in the backstage page, there are a lot of photos to show during the musical's evolution journey. The user can see the title and the year of the photo when the page is loaded, and they can learn more information when hover on it. In the next gallery, I tried another transition to reveal the informations. Lastly, the songs and scenes page. A slideshow is put on top. Users can interact manually, and it's also switching to the next page in 5 seconds automatically. Then here is a video and a simple intro about it. It's not autoplay, so user can decide whether they want to watch it or not. At last, here are 2 collapsible modules introduced Act 1 and Act 2. I use a checkbox to achieve this effect, and I will talk about it later. The most memorable challenge I encounter must be making the text-heavy content into an expandable module in this musical highlight section, looking like this. As you can see in the introduction of Act 1 and Act 2, there are tons of information that will definitely overwhelm the users. If we can add a click to read more button to avoid putting everything on the page and make it expandable, users can decide if they wanted to see more. After trying multiple ways, I found that the checkbox is perfect for this case because they are able to have 2 distinct states, which is checked and unchecked, and also the status can be targeted using the pseudo class checked. So here I use input checkbox together with the label tag. By clicking the label, the checkbox state will change, which can then be used to control visibility of the information. This means when the checkbox ID X1 is checked, find its siblings X card and modify its card content. I also use the first of type and nth of type to target the two X card individually. Another big challenge I met was creating the photo gallery and add transition to the images to show more information. I will take the backstage page as example. Firstly, I started with a responsive grid layout. This creates a flexible grid that adjusts the number of milestone images based on the screen size, and each features a full-width image with a container that manages overflow, and I add a transition that slightly zooms in when hover on it. Then here are some more styling for the contents. When a user hover on the image, a gradient overlay slides up from the bottom while the text are revealing. And here's how I made it. And lastly is the responsive design that enables the images to be responsive to the size of the screen. One interesting approach I made was adding the highlight feature in the navigation menu. Let's look at the CSS file. Firstly, I set up the basic styling for all the navigation links in the header menu. Then, for each page, I create detailed rules that target the corresponding navigation link. I will take the homepage as example. When the user is on the homepage, which identified by the body element that doesn't have any class attribute, the home link in the navigation menu will be highlighted and also add an underline. And that's all for my presentation of the website. Thank you for your patience.